Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. This is Jaggers Radio from Farringdon, United Kingdom. It's 1 minute past 9 o'clock in the United Kingdom, and it is 1 minute past 8 in Ghana. You are welcome back to Jaggers Radio, streaming live on YouTube. I call upon you to like this channel and share the feed this morning. We are here again to have fun and learn. And once again, it's ASP Frank Enate in the seat. And once again, Kakeku is telling you that uko kambia ubenyamane, ubia warisem uko kambia ubenyamane, ubi police ejuma asem uko kambia ubenyamane. Nanso ehu hia se yebeka se na ebe ya ebe boa nyina. I'm doing this to help the reset agenda of the president. And one of the organizations we have to look at is the Ghana Police Service. How best do we do it? How do we help them? And how do we help the citizenry to understand the operations of the police service? This is a civic education platform, and we have old music supporting our broadcast. We have 1 hour of broadcast today to look at some very important topic out of the police operations. Obia jumamu sam uko kambia ubenyamane obia wari sam uko kambia benyamane
Yeah.
Once again, you are welcome to Jaggers Radio on YouTube, streaming live from Farringdon, United Kingdom. This channel is created, once again, for fun, for learning, for comedy, and all that will make you happy. It's not extreme political discussion, but if anything comes in and we need to tell somebody in the face that this is not good, we will talk about it. And permit me to mostly use English on the platform. And I will try my best to also explain in the language dialects I can speak somehow. You are welcome once again this morning to the channel, and I am pleading with you to like the channel and then ensure you share the feed so that others will also be partakers of this program. Ensure, do your best to subscribe and press the button so that anytime I leave a broadcast on the platform, you will be the first to have it and listen to. Good morning. Our topic today is on Service Instruction 97 of the Ghana Police Service. It's a very important topic because it's something that can bring sorrow, agony onto a police officer and a family of a victim. It's about when a police officer is supposed to resort to the use of firearm. Many of the citizens, especially people who are not serious, do go see policemen and say, wait, the firearm you are holding has no bullet in it. People go and infuriate police officers on their duties and so on. But I want to tell you that there is a circumstance under which a police officer can resort to the use of firearm, and even if he is hauled before any tribunal or members of a judicial panel, he will be able to exonerate himself. So most police officers too, because they have not gone through good training or they have not given themselves into the armed training at training school, they don't know when to resort to the use of firearm. A little anger from somewhere, they start using their arms. The law does not permit that. The police has process in everything we do. When you want to arrest somebody, there is a process of arresting. And you see all this in the, the Act 30, which is the Criminal Procedure Act of Ghana. It is stated in how you should arrest someone. Everything in the police service is a process, and the processes are enumerated in books. It is up to you to read these books, arm yourself very well with these things, so that even if it happened to you, you will be able to free yourself from the law. So, if you are listening to me and you are a police officer, share this feed for others to also listen to. These things you must learn and keep them within you, because if you mistakenly fire and you hurt somebody or kill somebody, it's going to be your problem. And don't forget, your negligence in using the arm could result to the death of someone, could result to your own death. So this morning, share the feed. Let us all come and say it as it is. But before that, Kekeku is telling us something. We are starting our program, and as I said, it is a topic from the police service instruction, and we are taking it from service instruction 97, SI 97. And what is it about? I said it's about when a police officer can resort to the use of firearm. At what circumstance, in what situation will a police officer resort to the use of firearm? If you are listening, pay attention. Put these things in your heart and in your mind so that you will not make mistake. This morning, my greetings to the IGP, my greetings to the POMAB and all police officers in the country. Padi kamutu. Well. You are welcome to Jaggers Radio, streaming live on YouTube from Farringdon. And it is 15 minutes past the hour 9 in the United Kingdom and 15 minutes past the hour 8 in Ghana. Today we want to look at a very important subject matter which, if not handled well, can bring sorrow, sadness, and gnashing of teeth to the police officer and to families of victims. So, we look at the first instance. The arms the police carry around have ammunition in them. I want civilian, when you are listening to me, wherever you are, citizen of Ghana, the police don't carry empty arms around. Arms, I mean the guns they carry, have ammunition in them. And they have a particular situation or time or circumstances where they can use those firearms. And the first and foremost is when a police officer realizes that his life is in immediate danger. Underline the word immediate danger. When the police officer sees or realizes that his or her life is in immediate danger, or is attacked by an armed criminal, let's take it. A police officer is attacked by an armed criminal, and he sees that his life or her life is in immediate danger, and there is nothing else he can do to protect himself or herself. The law permits that police officer to fire his gun to protect his life. I'm taking that one again. When a police officer is attacked by an armed criminal, I'm going to explain it. And the police officer in that circumstance sees that his life or her life is in immediate danger, and there is no other way he could protect himself than to resort to the use of firearm. The law allows the police officer to use the arm. Sɛ police ni bi ɛwɔ adwuma mu anakuretuo ne nam hɔ kɔ adwuma na ɔbɔneyɛfoɔ bi ɛkura tuo anakura sekan sɛ ɔbɛwɔ police ni no, na police no ho sɛ mesi metu mmirika ko a nipa no ɔbɛnya me mentumi ndwane, ɛkwan biara nni hɔ me ɔho sɛ ne kwan ɛwɔ owuo ne nkwankwanta hwee ni hɔ a ɔbɛtumi ayɛ. Wabɔ ne ho mmɔden sɛ bi hɔ a ɔbɛdisarm nipa no ne nyina wantumi. Mmara no map saa police no kwan sɛ ɔnto ne tuo. Nenye be kpovitɔre tsɔ eƒe tu yina dɔme alo tso dɔme gbɔ va yina barracks alo le dɔ wɔm le afi aɖe ye wòkɔ tu ɖe asi, ye fiafi alo gbadagba aɖe ye hã tsɔ tu alo tso nui wata kɔ wu ame ɖe asi di be yeawɔ nuveve police ma alo yeawuia, ye police akpɔ be yeƒe agbea ele ku kple agbedome, naneke meli yagata ŋu o, yemetɔ sisi ge le amea gbɔ, yemetɔ le amewo yɔ ge be no va xɔ ne yi o. Ese na mɔ police ma be wòada aƒetua. So my fellow constable, corporal, NCOs listening to me, whenever you are attacked by an armed criminal and you see that your life is in immediate danger, and you think there's nothing else you can do, you can resort to the use of firearm. But let me explain. If someone carry a mortar to hit you, you can either block that with your rifle, you can try to do your best, because the force the person is applying and your response must be measurable. So it's not that your life is in immediate danger, just like that. Ensure there is any other thing you can do, and the resorting to the firearm is the last resort. Another circumstance under which a police officer can resort to the use of firearm or can fire his gun is in the process of dispersal of riotous mob. In the process of dispersal of riotous mob who are attacking or about to attack life and property, and every other means to disperse them proved futile. In the process of dispersing riotous mob who are attacking or about to attack life and property, and every other means to disperse them proved futile. We have tried to talk to them. They will say they won't listen. We have tried to use water cannon, hot water on them. They are not going. They are more aggressive and either about to or attacking life and property. You have used long batons and you couldn't do anything. The law allows you to aim at the ringleaders and maim them. This sample is taken from the Philistines and the Israelites. When they met, those days, when there is war, when the leader is killed, you see all of them running away. Goliath was killed and all the Philistines ran away. That was the purpose. So when the ringleaders who are engineering the people, go forward, move, fire, do this, all your efforts prove futile. The law allows you. So the determination after that will be, were the people trying to attack life and property, or were they attacking life and property? Did you do anything else? Have you tried all your best and you could not stop them? And the only means you could do to disperse them is the use of the arm. Niami pese michire ni se ekuo bi ayi abo mu tiri mu po se omu akosei aban ana nipa kuo bi ajapade pese omu ku nipa omu abrabo nia ana pese omu attacking nkrofo na apolisifoɔ yɛ nea wɔn betumi ayɛ biara wɔn de long button wɔn kasa kyerɛ wɔn de hot water tear gas ne nyinaa nyɛ adwuma neɛ ɛdi akyire ɛne sɛ ɛsɛ wɔn bu tutuo na wɔn tutuo no a mmara ne sɛ wɔn hwɛ wɔn di anim ɛyɛ kangaria wɔn mmɛmu wɔn anaa wɔn bɔ wɔn kotodwe na ɛba saa leader no hwɛ ase asɛ nea amka no wɔn bɛdwane akɔ. That is the aim. Now, immediately you achieve the aim. Mubotu 1, 2, na nipa no edwane pe esemojai. Sana mrano ka. Enti niesi wo Asante region baby nkrofo no edwane ko na asojafo ni police for tutuo ebo omo achi. Enye kwan pa. So, as the president asked that they should go into all those violence, those people who did the firing should be brought to book because the people were running away. The moment you achieve your aim of dispersal, you don't continue firing again. Nanyaba am aro dogo wasusuba yo inare dukoma alo dukope property alo xɔ kple ŋu amewo ƒe ŋuwo le ko yɔnɛ kesino ŋu aɖewo be yewo va gblẽ yewo ɖe fu na amewo no yewo wu ame alo yewo wɔ nane yi ke akɔ basabasa ava dukɔ ma ese na be policitɔwo a woadze agbagba be woadzudzɔ nu ma woata kɔ tear gas woata ƒo ŋu na amewo nu yi mi be miawɔ ame dzidzɔ nu yi wɔm mie le ame dzidzɔ eyi ɖe etokuku me womesi wokɔ tear gas kɔnya womedzo wokɔ tsi veve ƒo ɖe wo dzi womedzo nu yi kpɔtɔ polisi woatɔ wɔ koe nye be woada tu ɖo me ne woda tu ɖo me woada tu ɖe me yiwo nye ŋgɔnɔlawo ƒe klo me alebe nenye be wodze anyi koa kpɔtɔewoa woasi dzo. This is the second circumstance under which the police can resort to the use of firearm. Yes, so that is the second circumstances under which the police can resort to the use of firearm. So we come to the third one. Now, in the process of arresting someone who has committed a felony. Felony is a serious crime. In the process of arresting someone who has committed a serious crime, and this person is resisting arrest by an armed force. This person is resisting arrest by armed force. He could be maimed. The police officer effecting that arrest could maim him. What am I trying to say? Someone has committed treason. Someone has committed murder. Someone has committed rape. They were going to arrest that person, and he is brandishing cutlass. He has taken gun. If you come, I'll kill you. That person could be maimed. The law permits the police officer to maim anybody who has committed felony and is resisting arrest by an armed force. Se obi eye boni se wokum nipa boni a emu yedu na saa nipa no yekwa akɔkye no na wodi tuo sikan ni niama kyerɛ sɛ woba bekum o saa nipa no yɛtumi bɔ ne tuo ɛwɔ ne kotodwe mu to maim him down sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛtumi akye no. Na amede wɔn vɔn alo abewu ame alo va dashi ɖevi aɖe ŋu le mɔ manyomanyo nu ne wobe no va lé ame ma ya ame ma ko tu be yemele mɔ nage be woalé yi o na ame aɖe te ɖe ŋu la ya wu amea. Ese na mɔ be polisia alo kpovitɔa ata datu ame ma ƒe klo me ale be woate ŋu awɔ vapawe. If you are a constable or police officer listening to me who doesn't know these things off head, go into the service instruction 97 and read them dito. These are the things you need to arm yourself with so that you'll be able to make decisions, because every decision you make comes with consequence. If your discretion is not proper, you will face it. Let's come to the last circumstance under which a police officer may resort to the use of firearm. When a person who has been convicted of felony, I explain felony as a serious crime, like murder, like treason, like attempted like rape and all those things. This person has been taken to court and is convicted. In the process, when he is being escorted to the police cells or the prisons and he attempted to run away, the police are allowed in that circumstance to rearrest him by maiming him, firing at his knee to maim him and overpower him. Do you know this? If you don't know, I'm telling you. In the process where a person has been convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction for committing felony, and the police are escorting that person from the courtroom either to police cells or prison, and the person attempts to run away or bolt away or abscond, the law permits police officers to rearrest that person by firing at the person's knee. One thing in all these circumstances, the object or the objective is not to kill, but to maim. The object or the objective is not to kill, but to maim. That is why when you go to police training for 3 months, they are teaching you how to aim, You are taking raffle, you are going for raffle exercise. You say, oh, you are worrying us, we are tired, we want to go home. They want you to be a good marksman or markswoman. That's why they continue to teach you, to help you to aim and be good at your firing. Because the aim or the objective of firing in the police service or resorting to the use of firearm is not to kill, but to maim. So, I have told you, one, when a police officer is attacked by an armed criminal and he sees his life to be in immediate danger, and there is nothing else he could do than to resort to the use of firearm, the law allows it. Number two, I said during the dispersal of riotous mob, not just a mob, a riotous mob, not just demonstration. When they say a mob is riotous, they are very aggressive and destroying life and property, or they are about to attack life and property. All means to disperse them prove futile, like using the water cannon, like using long buttons, like talking to them, and like using tear gas, all failed. The police have the right to use, and anytime such a thing happens, the police will be exonerated if they follow these rules. Number three, I said, when someone has committed felony, a serious crime, and whilst he is about to be arrested, he is resisting arrest by the use of force, armed force. By the use of what? Not just force, armed force. The fourth one, I said, in rearresting somebody who has been convicted of felony, somebody who has been convicted by the court of competent jurisdiction, and the person is trying to run away from custody or abscond from custody, whilst the police are moving him to wherever, or even in police cell trying to run away, the police can rearrest that person by firing at the knee. I said, in all this, the objective is not to kill, but to maim. Why is it that the riotous mob We don't fire above their head like warning shot. People say they are giving. There is nothing like warning shot in the police service. I've never seen warning shot anywhere. You can say we have fired shots to warn them, but there's nothing like warning shot. Why don't we fire above their heads? We don't do it because someone might be in a story building somewhere, someone might be far away somewhere, and a stray bullet will go and kill that person. That's why we aim at the knee of the ringleaders. If you follow these rules, hardly will you face service inquiry, hardly will you be removed or reduced or dismissed from the service. These are very important things that many of the police officers don't want to know about. But if you know a police officer who has fired somebody wrongly and has been dismissed, if you see their life, it's miserable. Those who have been jailed have been jailed. Look, I can give you example, life example. In a town called Akwedum between Suhum and Koforidua, years ago, around 1997-98, there was a young man there called Ajiman who was peddling in drugs. He was arrested. A friend of his was arrested and placed in custody at the Akwedum police station. So he was going there to forcibly remove the friend. So the detective who was taking the friend into the cells, Ajiman wanted to stab that detective. So a sergeant, that sergeant died as chief superintendent. Yeah, he died recently. I don't want to mention his name. He was then a sergeant. He was at the counter, so he saw that he wanted to stab his detective. So he fired him. The regional commander then was Mr. Mensah, EPK Mensah or something like that. They all came to see. This man was called before a tribunal, and then it was shown that there was nothing he could do to save the policeman's life than to resort to the use of firearm. It was like that. The case died down like that. This officer became a senior officer, and he got up to chief superintendent before death lay his icy hands on him. There are many others in the police service who have been justified for the resorting to the use of arm. He did not plan to kill, but the person died. And in as much as he followed the processes, he had no problem. This is a life case. I told you I will not come to my platform and fabricate a matter. I will tell you as it is. You can go to Akwedum, find out, and this story will be told to you. If you are a teacher, look for examples before you go to classroom. Otherwise, when you teach without examples, your students will be looking at you, ma. Let's try to follow rules. Let's try to follow laid down procedures so that we may not offend the public. One quick thing I want to pass through, I want to share again with you is that there is something that happens in the Ghana Police Service, and I think the IGP and those listening to me who have authority to change things should think about it. Because of the number of lawyers at the AG's office, the police have been mandated to do prosecution, which is actually not the best, because we investigate cases and then we prosecute. So always want to justify that our investigation was right. and it's not always so. If you come to the UK, the police investigate case and they give it to the Crown Prosecution Service. Crown Prosecution Service, CPS. They prosecute. So when they look at the case and they realize that there is no evidence, they will tell you, the complainant, that this case has not much evidence that will get conviction, and therefore that matter must lay low. In Ghana, we find it difficult to tell complainants that this case, we don't have watertight evidence. Shamefully, we go to the court and judges throw away these cases or let the culprits go because we don't have evidence. We should be brave enough to tell complainants that this case that we brought, we've investigated it, but we don't have enough evidence to jail the person or prosecute the person or to have conviction at the court. Let's be frank with people who bring cases before us. Don't let us impress them by saying that, oh, this case is a good case because you need money from them. Don't do it. This is the reason why we go to court. When we lose the case, then the complainant goes about saying that the judges take money, the police take money. If we had called them down and said, look, this is the case you brought before us. We have investigated it. We need evidence. We don't have enough evidence. The evidence we have is just flawless. I mean, it cannot do anything, it cannot help us to get the conviction. So let's see whether we can get more. Let's step the case down. Let's make it pending and let's fish out for more evidence, or we have to close the docket because of lack of evidence. Let's do that. Otherwise, we will go to court and lose the case, and the same, because we have not been plain and factual to the complainants, they go about saying that the police took money and then the judges took money. But it's not so. I have realized that in Ghana Police Service, the further a case, the longer a case kept at the police station, the shorter the case dies. In the UK, when a case is keeping long at the police station, the closer they get to the culprit. When I was at PIPS, people are granted bail and the docket remains like that. They are to report on a certain date. Nothing is done and the case is pending until their kingdom come. Some of these people go home and settle the case. Instead of the detectives to go and say, okay, since you have settled your case, come give a statement and let's put on it for our officer to close the case as settled, they will sit down there. They will not do any effort, make any effort. And we have several cases pending which should have been closed. The dockets are pending. And these detectives, when they get their small money from it, that ends it. They don't care. If you are a district officer, call for all dockets. Be minuting on dockets. Ensure that the dockets that don't have evidence are closed as settled, closed as flimsy, closed as whatever, or for lack of evidence. You have the power to do that as a district officer. Take your red pen and write. Thank you for listening to me. We have 11 more minutes, and I'll give it as a dedication for all police officers. For the Inspector General of Police, I dedicate this coming song to you. I dedicate this song to all the police officers in Ghana. I dedicate this to all my friends in the police service. I'm dedicating this to every one of you who is doing your best to, even though a lot of people are not appreciating what you are doing, don't forget. Bedeni yeni sumina so. Makro here. Now 10 minutes. Me put up it, Polisifoɔ yɛ adwuma bebree. Polisifoɔ yɛ adeɛ wɔ Ghana. Mo nkrɔfoɔ da na ɔmo sɔre na ɔmo hwɛ ɔmo na ɔmo yɛ patrols. Ɛyɛ a mo yi ɔmo ayɛ. Ɛyɛ a mo hyɛ ɔmo kran. Why? The police are doing a lot in Ghana. They are not sleeping. Everywhere they are. But we don't appreciate what they do. This morning I call on you citizens. Appreciate the work of the police. All police officers enjoy these. come to the end of today's program. Thank you for liking and sharing the feed. God willing, we meet tomorrow. Thank you.